My dad left a message, "You're not welcome at the wedding, and don't bring that kid around anymore." I replied with one word, "Noted." That same day, I called the bank and did one thing. When my sister opened the banking app, she started screaming. My sister Elise has been the golden child since the day she was born. She got the big bedroom with the bay window, while I got the closet next to the garage. She got a brand minus new car at 16 while I took the bus until I could afford my own. She got a full ride to college, while I worked 2 jobs to pay my tuition. When I got pregnant at 20-3 with my daughter Leela, and that made everything worse. My mom told her church friends I was ruining the family name. My dad called me an embarrassment at Easter dinner in front of everyone. Elise laughed and told the entire table I was proof some people shouldn't be allowed to reproduce. But here's what nobody in my family knows. 5 years ago, I started selling handmade jewelry online. It exploded more than I expected. 6 figures within 18 months. By year 3, I was making more money than both my parents combined. I kept it quiet because I knew exactly what would happen the moment they found out. 2 years ago, my dad came to me crying. The restaurant HED owned for 20 years was going under. He needed $100,000 or HED lose everything, including the house. I transferred the money the next day without hesitation. No contract, no paperwork. Just a daughter helping her father, because that's what family does. He hugged me for the first time in years and promised HED pay me back every cent. 6 months later, my mom needed emergency surgery. Insurance wouldn't cover the full amount, $40,000 out of pocket. I paid without being asked. Then a few months later, Elise announced she was engaged to Tyler, who worked in finance. My parents were thrilled. They started planning the wedding immediately and costs kept climbing every week. Venue deposit, premium catering, imported flowers, a designer dress from some fancy boutique. Every few weeks, my dad would call asking if I could help just a little more. I'd given them over $350,000 in 2 years, all funneled to a joint account. I set up my dad for the restaurant bailout. The account still had my name on it, and I still had full access to it. Last Monday was Lila's 5th birthday. I asked my parents if they wanted to come to her party at the park. My mom said they were too busy with wedding planning. I asked if Leela could at least be the flower girl. She'd been practicing walking down pretend aisles for months. Elise got on the phone and snapped. She said she didn't want Simone's mistake ruining her aesthetic on the most important day of her life. But my dad said nothing to defend his granddaughter. That night, he left the voice message, "You're not welcome at the wedding. Don't bring that kid around anymore. She makes our family uncomfortable." I sat in my car and listened to it 3 times. Then I typed one word, "Noted." The next morning, I called the bank. I transferred every single dollar out of that joint account, all $212,000 that was supposed to fund Elise's dream wedding. The flowers, the dress alterations, all of it gone. I moved every cent to an account in Lila's name for her college fund. 3 days later, my phone blew up at missed calls, 20-3 from my dad, 40-1 from my mom, and countless from Elise. The voice messages from my sister were nothing but screaming. The wedding was in 2 weeks, and every vendor was demanding immediate payment. The venues threatened to cancel. Elise was having a complete breakdown because her perfect day was falling apart. My dad called me a thief. I reminded him the account had my name on it, and every deposit came from my earnings. My mom begged me to fix it. I told her I was busy planning Lila's 6th birthday party. Guilt, threats, hanging. My dad showed up at my door demanding I make this right. I showed him the record $350,000 given over 2 years, $0 paid back, 0 thank monies, 0 invitations to family dinners unless they needed money. Elise's wedding happened 2 weeks later in my parents' backyard, folding chairs instead of mahogany pews, a grocery store cake instead of a custom designer one, and the dress was the same one my mom wore 30 years ago. My cousin sent me photos.